Right then, Dawn. Well, let's kick off with a great big well done you.
So I'm doing all right then?
Well, you can call it all right if you like, but personally I think you're doing jolly well. So don't look so worried and give us a smile. Yeah. Now, your filing's always up to date and you're always pleasant to everyone, even me.
What about the problems I had on that report?
Well, it turned out all right in the end, didn't it?
I did have a few issues with it, things I wasn't sure about.
Yeah, and you solved them. Brilliant, okay?
Okay.
Right, good. Now, let's move on to setting a few objectives. Now, we don't need to spend too long on this, do we? Now, the Directorate has set a few objectives of their own. I think maybe we should just stick to those. Here's what they're looking for. To secure an Ofsted rating of good or above for all the schools within West Birmingham, and to ensure that the new modern languages strategy is implemented by the end of next September. So, we'll just stick those down as your core objectives, okay?
Sounds a bit vague, Scott.
Vague is best, Dawn. Trust me on this one. Now then, I think that's us sorted. So, well done, have a good year, and I'll see you at the next one.
Well, that was a waste of my time. I'm an administrator, not the director. These objectives have got nothing whatsoever to do with me. The trouble is, Scott doesn't know what I do. He wants to try working in the conditions I have to. I didn't even get the chance to give my own opinion.
How am I supposed to deal with this anyway? I don't know what an admin person does. It just gets done, and that's fine by me. We were told that any objectives set need to reflect the ones set by the Directorate. So I just give everyone the same ones. Smart, eh? Well, what else am I supposed to do?
Well, to be honest, Scott, you could have done a bit more preparation and planning. Why didn't you have a chat with some of the admin staff, find out a bit more about exactly what it is they do? That way you could have spotted any problems and had a few facts at your disposal rather than just your own opinions. You could also have worked out the team objectives with other managers at your PDR preparation meeting. Then they'd have been more directly relevant to the work that your team does.
But what about these Directorate objectives? Surely they've got to be reflected in the objectives I set for my team. That's what you said.
Well, yeah, but let's take this modern languages one. Now, if you're going to tell an admin manager that you want them to implement a strategy by the end of September, then they're going to wonder what that's got to do with their role. Whereas if you give them a more relevant task which contributes to the strategy, such as setting up a database of school contacts, then that's something they can get a handle on, something that they can apply their expertise to. Have you heard about SMART objectives?
I've heard the term, but I don't really know what it means.
Well, they're objectives that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant and time-bound. Check them out in the PDR guidance. You might also want to work with the team to create a business plan of their own directly relating to the overall service plan. That way the links become more obvious and more relevant. As a team manager, you need to prepare these things. And maybe the meeting might have turned out a bit more like this.
Right then, Dawn, let's kick off with me asking you a question. How are things in admin?
I don't know, they're okay. I'll just get on with it.
Well, I've taken the opportunity to have a walk round. I wasn't spying, I just wanted to know what things were like. So I had a chat to some of the people you support, and it's get a bit frantic at times, doesn't it?
Well, doesn't everywhere?
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean we have to put up with it. I wonder if our service plans aren't a bit obscure. If we could fix up another meeting soon, perhaps with you and a couple of other members of the team, we might come up with a way of improving things a bit. I can explain my ideas for change, and you can suggest the best ways of supporting them, a kind of service plan of our own.
Well, that could be really good.
Okay. Now, I've been looking at the work you've done for us over the past year, and I've had a general chat to some of the team, as you know, and hand on heart, I'm delighted. I've got loads of good examples and evidence, so I know what I think, but what about you?
Well, generally I think I'm doing a good job, and you can see that from the comments I've made on my administration competencies. But what about the report that I had problems with last month?
What was the problem exactly?
Well, it needed a lot of charts and graphs, and generally lots of stuff I don't understand. And I haven't got a clue about graphs anyway.
So perhaps that's an area we need to develop?
I think so.
Right, so there's one of your learning needs for next year. We'll sort out some learning for you and a bit of work on the dreaded graphs and get you up to speed.
Excellent.
Okay, now, The other objective I want to put down for you is one that's come from the Directorate. Now, by next September, we need to have the new modern languages strategy up and running.
How does that affect me? I mean, I don't speak any other languages and I wouldn't recognise a strategy if it hit me in the face.
Absolutely, and no one expects you to either. So we need to find an objective that relates directly to the work that you do, but also helps to support the modern languages strategy. For example, if we're to respond quickly to the school's needs for modern languages, we need to have up-to-date information on who we need to be speaking to at each school. It'd be really great for us if we could have an effective database of all the school's contacts, heads of modern languages and other people we need to liaise with. Are you all right if we put that down as an objective for you?
Fine. I have done a database course, but I think I'd need help with setting it up.
Not a problem at all. We can arrange for Sammy to help out with the initial setup, and I'm sure he can take you from there. We just need to sort out some wording and to fix up a few dates.